Guys, so I just got my Rare Beauty order from Sephora. I got most of the products, minus like the blotting powder, the luminizer, and the brow product. The brow products I didn't know it existed. I also got the Natasha Denona Glam Palette, but that's for another video, so I know your heart just dropped. Don't worry, that's just the box. Real one's right here. I would not throw an $85 palette. Okay? I just felt like scaring you because I'm terrible. But we're just gonna get right on into this. Okay, I just opened every single product. And that took me too long and I dropped too many products. So we're just gonna jump right into this. You know, it kind of freaks me out. Miss Selena Gomez herself could be watching this, and I've watched her since she started on Wizards of Waverly Place, okay? So I like Selena Gomez. So if she's watching this, in any, like, there's a chance that this woman is watching this review, honey, first off, how'd you get here? Second, finish this video, please, I need the views. Anyways, let's, like, actually get into this. So when I saw this product, like the packaging and everything, everyone was like, oh, Fenty, is that you? And I mean, I try not to sit there and be like, are you guys stupid? Because you know what? This may look a little Fenty-ish, but it's also not super unique. Like, it's not a unique packaging. These, however, the blushes and the concealer and foundation, they are made for arthritis because Selena has lupus. I'm like 99% sure, but I'm probably wrong because I'm me. So it makes it easier for people with like an arthritis to open, which is very fucking thoughtful. But anyways, I have my eyebrows on. I just put my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Sequin all over my lid, blended it out, and we're gonna get right into this. I'm going to use her eyeliner. I'm going to do that before I do the rest of my base makeup, but I am gonna prime first because I like to let my primer like sink in so it can do its job. So I'm just gonna, this is like the packaging. I just got the mini in case I didn't like it or didn't enjoy it. Just gonna do a little pump. Warm it up on my fingers. I'm still hung up on the fact that Selena Gomez could be watching this, even though she's probably not. That would be lit. Like, I don't say that very often, but that could be lit. Ooh. She is shiny. Shiny. And because this is an illuminating primer, I am gonna go ahead and fill in my pores with my Poreless Putty Primer. Just because I have a lot of texture and pores right around here. So that primer is not going to fix that. That's pretty fucking obvious. So I'll just put my e.l.f. right in those areas. Next. That is pretty shiny actually. We are going to go into the eyeliner. I really, really, really like the packaging on this. I think it's kind of cute. I think it looks like it kind of could go up your butt, but like, pretty sure that's not what it's intended for. The fuck? I don't want to break it. So, oh, I had taken the bottom off. This part comes off. Oh, I did that. Oh, okay. 1 second. I won't lie. This took me a total of 5 minutes to figure out because I am not smart. So we're just gonna go into it. I don't know how good I'm gonna be able to keep myself on camera and do this, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna do a wing because I'm feeling brave. Now to match it. This one's a little thicker, but it works, okay? You can feel free to roast me in the comments. Even you, Miss Selena. It does bleed just a little bit. It's not noticeable. Nobody's gonna notice it but you. But if you're like me and you're a perfectionist, it does bleed a little bit. But I actually really like that. It's a wet formula. Don't even start with the WAP song. So by now my primer is kind of set down and is ready to go. So I also got the foundation. I'm really hyped for this. We've heard good things about it. I trusted Sephora and I got the shade 140C. If it's too dark, I'm returning it to Sephora and calling them the fuck out. Are you ready for this? Listen. That's good. But I mean, I guess let's just freaking go in and hope it works. Oh, it looks like, see, Sephora's shade matching guideline never does me wrong. The doe foot's kind of dry, but it does make a good sound. So far it's okay in my books. Ooh, that is a very good shade match. Although that is really all I needed. So we're just pouncing this in. That shade match is excellent. Fuck yeah. Good on you, Sephora Canada. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little extra on my cheeks. A little from my nose. I kinda like the doe foot. Sorry for the mirror. Gotta get in my nose crevices. I am impressed with this shade match. So the shades do look darker inside the bottle, which is important to note right now because we are not allowed to shade match. But if you have a match that looks perfect on you, 9 times out of 10, Sephora gets it right. In 2019, I got shade matched by an employee who did a very good job. And she shade matched me with NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. And she did a perfect job. So it's the shade that I use to guess all my other shades and to put in my shade match. So far, I've never gotten a wrong shade from Sephora doing that. But it's actually really helpful with COVID right now because you can't get any samples of shades and they will not shade match you. But this shade is as close to perfect as I'm gonna get in my skin. Hold on, we're gonna look up close. My nose is like the tricky spot. I have a dry patch right here. It's not poking through. My little pimple guy right there kind of is. But what I'm gonna do is just take a little extra foundation. Oh, I got a hair in it already. Keep me damn dirty bitch. And just cover that. That's also the nice thing about doe foot is you can kind of do that. Just kind of focus it. Okay, but so far, this foundation looks gorgeous actually. It is a little more of a medium, borderline, a light medium foundation. But that's all I really need. Okay, what is next? Oh, concealer. I got mine in the shade 120C, which is lighter than the foundation because I like a highlighting kind of effect. That is a weird ass doe foot. But I will not judge. I will not judge. So what I like to do with my foundation is kind of, or my concealer, I like to dot, 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 and then dot, dot. Because I do not want a whole bunch of concealer. Just a little bit. Just where I need it, kind of deal. And for this, it's to brighten. Now, I am quite picky with my concealers because I am only like 19 and I do not want to look like I'm about to like have my 80th birthday, which some can do. That can also, though, be from over applying concealer. Wow, that blended. That was nice. The foundation and the concealer looks so nice. Because we don't have a setting powder, I am just going to go into my Beauty Bakery setting powder. I have like 5 uses max of this left and I am so pumped to finish the setting powder. Okay, so during the time it took me to get my powder out and ready, this did not crease very badly, which is awesome. And I just use a minimal amount of powder because I don't need to use a whole bunch. I'm a dry bitch, not an oily one. This sits beautifully with that powder. Like, it just looks so beautiful. And I am going to also bronze while we're here. I'm just using my Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Into Sun. I'm hopefully going to be wearing this for a little under 8 hours, which I would have rather done longer, but I procrastinated because I'm smart like that. So I will actually be finishing editing, uploading, and doing this all within like half an hour before like 10 a.m. So I'm smart. Okay, so this foundation, because I don't set the perimeters on my face, I just set what I touched with concealer. Sometimes with certain foundations, they can really grab on to certain products. And this one is not doing that. It looks gorgeous. Like I could see this becoming a favorite very quickly. The coverage is not bad for what I used. Yeah, wow. I'm really impressed so far, and I was one of those people being like, really, come on, everyone's getting a fucking, every celebrity's doing makeup now, like, come on. Hold your horses, Miss Gomez. But apparently I have been proven wrong. So she came out with liquid blushes. She came out with 2 formulas, a dewy and a matte formula. So I'm gonna use both. So this one is matte and it is in the shade Bliss. It is a gorgeous kind of peachy pinky shade, I think. I'm bad with shade descriptions. Apparently you don't need much and you want to build it up if you like for this. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit. We're gonna put one on each side, by the way. I don't work with liquid blushes a lot, so this is kind of also a new territory for me too. We're just gonna put a little more on. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. These do dry kind of quickly, so you have to work kind of quickly. So I would suggest doing just one cheek at a time. But that color is really pretty. Then we're gonna go into the Radiant one. We're just gonna go in. This is a very orangey color. Oh, I have fucked up. I have fucked up. Okay, I have messed up. Why? Why? Wait. I suck. Okay. We're just gonna put some foundation over that. Because I suck. Alright. Now I know what everyone meant by they're pigmented. Because I was sitting here being like, they're not that bad. Yeah, I get taught my lesson today, okay? I look like I have a sunburn. Okay, that is definitely not Miss Gomez's fault. That is Keeley's fault. Fucked up. I'm gonna have to reapply my bronzer on this side. Wow. Okay. So that color is very pigmented. Be careful. We are just gonna put like a tiny bit more on just to bring back the color. I am literally just taking that much. No more. But at least I got a thumbnail. And you know what? That was fixable. Oops, I took it. That was a fixable mistake because the foundation covered up what I needed to. Okay. So, number one rule, be careful. Other shade, this shade is pigmented. It's also a lot darker, I guess, than this shade. So just don't be confident like I was. I'm going to reapply the bronzer on this side and I'll be right back. I got a thumbnail out of that though. And it does prove that this is fixable, which is something that I needed. Because I didn't pick up the highlighter because I'm not too into liquid highlighter because I've tried them. It's kind of meh for me. I haven't tried Rare Beauties, but you know, I just don't really want to. So I'm just going in with my Pretty Vulgar Shimmering of BS highlighter. because she's gorgeous. The Radiant blush is still pretty radiant. This one is more matte. This highlighter is gorgeous. You need it. There might be, maybe in the future I'll pick them up, but I just wasn't into it for the first launch. Plus, I already spent $260. My bank account's not happy. And I'm just thinking of what left is to go in. Not much, I think. I think I just have these. Okay. I am just gonna finish setting my face with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna spray it. Come on, I believe in you. You know, I did believe in you. Ha! Success. Let's just go. That's an interesting smell. I have crazy eyes, so that's why I look like this, okay? For Christmas, just send me a mirror, please, so I can resell this one. That has an interesting smell. No offense, but that sprayer sucks. I definitely don't like it. It leaves some droplets. I still look a little sunburned over here. It's okay. Not my favorite product though. Okay, and then the last item we have is the Lip Souffle lipstick. This is the shade Inspire. It is apparently Selena's favorite. I'm just gonna go right in with it. Okay, so that is a beautiful color. The formula is kind of interesting. It is definitely a moussey texture. I don't think it's really meant to dry down. It does take a little building up. You do have to do 2 layers on it, but I will let you know as I wear it. Okay, lashes, everything is on. This is my Face of Rare Beauty. The lips, like the lip souffle, does take a moment. Like, it does take a second layer to build up. But it's kind of drying down. But it's not like uber drying. Honestly, I think Rare Beauty is really going to be known for their face products. Because my skin looks better than it's like ever looked. So we are going to zoom in. So this is my skin. It looks very nice, even. It's not emphasizing any texture, although this is like my mistake, but I was able to tone it down, build up the foundation on top of the blush and the foundation before, and it does not look cakey. This is the side without that blush mess up. And then let's go into the forehead, I guess. I didn't clean up my eyeliner because I'm lazy. So this is hour 0, and I will update hopefully hour 8-ish. But for now, and we'll go over all the products. So yeah, I will be right back. So we're back. It has been a little under 8 hours, and this is kind of how we're looking. Honestly, I still look really good for being in my 7th hour. So we're just gonna kind of get straight into like what I'm thinking about each product, price, breakdown, everything. We're gonna start with the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. I don't know if you can see this, but this is like water and this is like oil. So when you use this, make sure you shake it up every time. But this also means that if you have oily skin, this is not going to be for you. This retails for $32. Would I purchase it again? No. I'm going to finish it up. It's not bad. The nozzle just isn't very good, and I have others that I like better, to be honest. And then we're going to get into the blushes. So if you remember, we have Joy, the radiant one, on this side, and Bliss, the matte one, on this side. So there is no shimmer in this, but it does kind of just leave a natural glow. Both formulas retail for $25, which I think is pretty fair, especially because you are never going to go through these. You need like a drop, not even of them. And they don't come up if you touch your face. I also had a 2-second cry because I found out Supernatural is ending, so like they also lasted through my tears, so that's fantastic. The colors are good. When I say that this one is too pigmented or that they are too pigmented, I also mostly mean for my skin tone. Having them be this pigmented means that they are going to work for more skin tones. So that is a bonus of having them so pigmented. But just go in lightly with them still. And then we'll get into the foundation. This is the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. This is a beautiful color match for me. The foundation formula itself is amazing. It is natural. Like, it's not radiant, but it's not matte. It has a medium and very buildable coverage. We all saw me cover that up and it doesn't look cakey on that cheek at all. It is made in Canada, which makes me, a Canadian, very happy. I think most of the products are made in Korea, but like, Canada. That just makes my day. It's wearing beautifully. I don't see any breakage. It doesn't look cakey. It looks natural, beautiful. This could very well become a favorite for me. I am going to be trying it out more and more and see what I think. But overall, good shade range, good formula. If there's nothing else you pick up, you should be picking up this, especially because it's only $38. Of course, these are Canadian prices, so if you're in the US, it's actually a little less. But for a foundation this good, for a full fluid ounce, that's a mid-range price. That's a pretty good price. So yeah, this is probably my favorite item. And then we should talk about the Liquid Touch Weightless Concealer. Now, this has a pretty liquidy, it's just very liquidy. This is a little thicker. I think the doe foot on here is weird, but like not in the bad way. It retails for $29 and has 1/4 of an ounce in it. This again has 48 shades. I think it looks good. It hasn't creased too bad, except where my eyes naturally crease. And it's brightening if you get it in a shade lighter than you are. And, you know, it doesn't look cakey either, which is something that I find a lot of foundations that either are creasy or cakey. So this is also something I would recommend. And then we're going to talk about my statement lip here. This is the Lip Soufflé Matte Cream Lipstick. Now, if this was because it's a liquid lipstick, form, I think people are gonna think that this is gonna dry down completely matte. It's not. I've had it on for almost 8 hours. It doesn't look like it doesn't look totally matte. It feels more like a lipstick, and surprisingly I really like this formula too. Although it does take building up, it is not a one swipe coverage kind of deal. But I'm gonna play around with it more, but for right now I think I really like it, and the color is beautiful. I ate Pizza Pops just a few minutes ago, so it hasn't budged from greasy ass Pizza Pops either. I don't know if I mentioned the price, but it is also 26 bucks. So this is the Always an Optimist primer. The mini size, which is this size, retails for 18 bucks. The full is 30 something. Overall it's moisturizing, which is nice. It's glowy, but it really doesn't do anything special. But if you are dry like me, this is gonna help you. If you're oily, probably don't recommend. I believe Naima Ting also said it left a slightly gray cast on her. This might not be the product for you, as it may leave a cast. Just thought I'd add that in, kind of. And then I can't find the, that's because I put it where most of them go. This is a Perfect Strokes matte liner. Some people don't like this. I've heard, like, they think it ran out pretty quick. I did both eyes pretty easily. It's still there. It's very matte. I like the tip because it's a brush tip. And I do want to keep playing with this because it'll tell its true colors in like a couple weeks on whether if it's good or bad or meh. So this one is a product I'll have to keep playing with, but it is 25 bucks, which is an average eyeliner price. And yeah, honestly, everything that I tried today nothing didn't impress me. I liked everything. There are things that I like least, yes, but most of the products I liked. Some of them I can see becoming staples, like the foundation and concealer. Those 100% I'm gonna be using all month long. I could see with more practice liking this more, and definitely I need to practice with these and see what happens. And they could also, because they're wearing beautifully, they're pigmented, they're even, you know, like, so the rest of the products I am gonna play around with, and at the end of the month you guys will know all my thoughts on products I've gained throughout the month. But for now, if you are thinking about picking this up, I think you should pick up items that kind of speak to you, and for sure the foundation and concealer, because I am really loving those right now. But I'm gonna comment, so be ready. Those are my glasses marks. Don't mind that. I can't control that. Foundation won't fix it. Honestly, it still looks the same to me as like 7 hours ago, so yeah, that's all I really got to say is you should probably pick this up if you're interested in it, because Selena did that. Like, she was like, you guys are gonna sit there and say I'm another celebrity brand, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be like, fuck, I ain't. Yeah. The one thing I do want to mention though is because I know some of my followers are completely cruelty free. Her brand is owned by L'Oreal, which means to some people they're not cruelty free. It depends if she sells in China and how she sells in China. If you sell in China, there are ways to make it so that you're still cruelty free, which is by like making a factory in China and then just asking if any of your, like, if people experience irritation or anything with any of your products, that instead of testing them out on animals, you'll just take them off. Now, whatever your definition of cruelty free is, that's up to you, but that is also some information I would like to pass down to whoever is and just like let them do a little research for it. So I'm gonna wipe this off and I'm gonna go to bed after editing and uploading this. Bye.